What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Minion Simulator, where today I'm going to be discussing everything that's actually wrong with this event. And I'm not even joking, guys. I'm trying to find something good out of it, but there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. It is just one of those events that we just want gone. We need to get it out of the game. It has resulted to this. A lot of people are just not playing the update. One of the biggest issues with the game is the way you have to grind the fireworks, which is the new currency, and they try to fix it. I mean, the devs are so talented. These are PSX, Pet Simulator X devs. This is what they said. They said, in our tests, we were able to have like 8 million fireworks per minute, which resulted in 60 gold New Year chests after 30 minutes of grinding without using any boosts. The problem with that, though, is that if I were to time my pets staying in one spot just to grind, I'm not gonna bore you guys with the entire process, but this is gonna take so long. I'm gonna go up to like 7 minutes, but it's not gonna be actually 7 minutes for you guys. It's gonna be sped up, because if you look at this, what I started with was 10,000,000.21. That's the currency that I had, and I'm gonna end up with like something like 30 million or so. And the thing is, if I speed this up, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Between the starting point up until 4 minutes and 25 seconds of doing this, that's when your pets stop completely, because there's nothing else to farm around it. 4 minutes 25, and what I farmed was 23.46 million. That's it. In 4.5 minutes, that's all I was able to farm. Now, a lot of people think that this is an accident or they did this by mistake. I think that they did this on purpose, just to push the value of all these pets all the way up, because since one of the biggest sellers of game passes has disappeared from the game and are not selling anymore, this is the result. No one could afford those game passes anymore. So I think this is why they did this. That's my own theory. However, 4 minutes and 25 seconds, if I were to spend it, I can't even hatch 8. I can't hatch 8 of them. I have to grind even more. So like 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes of grinding will get me enough chests to open just one time using the 8th pass. Now, if I were to hatch them one by one, I can only afford to open 5 golden chests. 5 golden chests out of 4 minutes and a half worth of grinding. It does make sense though, like it does. However, the fact that your pets don't get anything because those fireworks crates, they just don't spawn anymore after 4.5 minutes, it just shows you that you need to have like a special tool, like maybe Tiny Task or what they call macro, and you have to use a PC in order to AFK in this game. But you're living in a world now where mobile gaming is a thing, and you just can't have an auto clicker on your phone just tapping that screen. It's gonna get burnt, it's gonna get too expensive. So there's a lot of stuff that's wrong with this update. But the biggest culprit in this update are actually the pets. The pets are so bad that no one wants them. That's the thing, no one wants them, no one's touching them. There's just not going to be as many of these pets in game. You're not going to see so many of them. For example, 78.8 billion, this is the lowest tier. This is the common tier. And if you look at this one, the Christmas dog, from update number 1 of the Christmas event, it's 71 billion. Whereas today's pet, today's common dark matter, is 78.8. That is not good. That's not good. That's something unlike anything that they've done before. If they were going to go on their own path of how they make these pets really super strong, it's probably going to be like maybe 130, 140 just for a common. But it's not. It's not. These are the uncommons. These two are uncommons, and they're very bad. They're so bad that the common pet of part 2 of the Christmas update is better. It's better than the uncommon of today's update. If I'm starting to sound harsh, it's because I love this game. I don't want to see this. I don't want this to happen again. I want this to be a thing of the past, a bad memory that we can maybe forget. Look at the legendaries. They're almost the same. And this is from Christmas update number 1, the Gingerbread Man. Now moving on to the epics. The epics. This is the Nutcracker, and it has 384 billion, 23 billion power less than Tron, dude. That is a very, very small, that's a very minimal number. Like, because of this difference, people are starting to sell the Nutcrackers for a lot more than they used to be. Christmas Fox, however, has a huge advantage over the other one, which is the current one. The Disco Dude has something like 219 billion. That is a big difference. Now, we talked a lot about the negative side of this update. One of the best things that they did, however, is that they buffed this pet. 839 billion for the Rainbow Party Boy, and if you make it into a dark matter, it's 2.5 trillion. However, if you look at the Santa Claus, 3.72 is what it is as a dark matter, and people are like, what? This doesn't make sense. This update sucks. Bad. Just like they went crazy about it. And what Minionsim did is that they buffed it. 1.37 on the rainbow version, as you can see below, 599. It's no longer 300 and something for the golden versions. And then as a dark matter, the Party Boy has 4.12 trillion, which is very good. It is very good. However, if you compare it to the previous mythic, which is Santa Claus, 3.75, 3.70 something, that's the power that Santa Claus has. The difference between that and Party Boy as a dark matter is nothing. It's just very minimal difference. It's still a bit of a disappointment. And then I noticed someone was actually complaining about 833 still being in their inventory. They were like saying it didn't move over to 1.36. If I were them, I would keep it. This is worth a lot. Imagine that you have something and it didn't switch over to what it's supposed to be. That's worth a lot. It becomes worth more than you even think. Now let's talk about the New Year's Hydra Dragon, and this one, 912 billion, it gets sold for something like 15 million just as a golden version. The rainbow goes for around like maybe 100, 120, I would say at this point. Dark matters, I don't know. I have no idea. There's not many of them in game, and it's because there's 0.3 difference between this and Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus goes for 20 million, maybe 25 million. And then the New Year's Dragon goes for 200 million. People want 200 million for it, which I kind of don't blame them, because farming to get those fireworks currencies is insane. It's a headache. It's a major headache. And especially with the chances that you have in this game to get a secret, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know how difficult it is to get one of those. Now let's talk about the positive side of the update. The pets look really cool. This is the Tron dude, next to it is the Disco dude, and both of these dudes look really cool. I mean, you can't really tell with the dark matter aura around it, but they actually look really cool. Who wouldn't want a minion with an afro on it? And at some point during all of the chaos, the frustrations from all the players like complaining on Discord, one of the admins and one of the devs actually said, we're gonna give you guys X2 luck for 1 day. And that alone made everyone shift their focus towards the 200k chest, because you still can get pets that are worth something in here. The Dark Samurai as a dark matter is worth a lot. The Spike Mask is still worth a lot. The huge Dragon Mask, it used to be 175 million, but because of this, because everyone shifted their focus on the 200k chest, again, it dropped to 150 million, because now it's no longer 600 and something available in game. Now there's also something extremely special about this pet, something that you wouldn't believe, and if you did hear about it, you probably thought it was a rumor, it wasn't true, but guess what guys, it's very true. This is the only rainbow huge in the game, and it's a dragon mask. And the reason why this exists is because the game released it as a secret pet accidentally to start with, and someone hatched it as a golden, another person hatched it as a rainbow, and that's the way it was. And this pet currently belongs to the #1 player in the game, the Mighty Zeus, aka Catty. And this pet, look at it, look at the huges surrounding this pet. I bet you anything that all of these huges and all of those buddy enchants, all of those leaderboard pets, they're just not worth that one huge dragon. This is worth a lot. I can't even imagine how valuable this is. I don't even want to ask how much they paid for it, because someone else got it. Not Catty, but someone else got it, and they were trying to sell it. No one believed him. Everyone was like putting clown emojis, giving him all sorts of bad vibes, saying all these bad things because no one believed that he had this pet. Well, guess what guys? Joke's on us. He does. Someone bought it, and this is it. This is the only rainbow huge in the game. To see it up front, to see it up close, it shows you the potential. Why is this option even available in game? Because maybe at some point in the future they were trying to introduce this, just like PSX, Pet Simulator X, maybe they had this plan for Minion Sim as well. And the fact that this is available, the fact that you were able to get it as a rainbow, means that the game was probably planning this in the future. They most likely were waiting for the economy to kick off on its own, the game to be bigger than it is now, maybe something like 7,000, 8,000 players per day on a daily basis. I mean, that's enough to kickstart this economy and to get the game rolling in order to introduce golden and then rainbow pets, especially huges. I mean, not normal pets, but huges. So I guess that this was something in the works, planned in the game, if it only gets more popular. But right now, Minion Simulator is not going as well as it should. I, for one, am not abandoning this game because I love it. It has so much more potential, and I can only see the New Year's event as a little hiccup. Something that we're gonna forget very soon, because this update is a big one. This update will replace the Christmas chests that you have in game that has the huge Christmas dragon, and it will also introduce a brand new world. Now we have future worlds, so my guess is, from the theme of this one, I'm probably guessing that this is gonna be ancient world. And in ancient world, they can do so much. They can target so many different themes, and ancient Egypt is one of those themes. And that's a very, very exciting update. There's more to come from them, and I can't wait for future updates. That's all that we have for today, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank Caddy so much for letting me borrow that huge and getting to see that for the first time. That is amazing to me. Thank you so much. And that's all that we have for today, everyone. I really hope that you did like that. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you can leave a like below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I hope that you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on the next one.